What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. This podcast is presented by e.l.f. Cosmetics. You guys know how much we've been loving e.l.f. Cosmetics, and we hope you are loving e.l.f. Cosmetics as well. We have our products sitting right next to us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see. If you're listening, you can hear us talk about it. We have the Power Grip Primer, the Halo Glow Liquid Filter, which is one of my favorite products because you can really do anything with this product. You can mix it with however you like. I love mixing mine after I do my foundation. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering over my words. After I do my foundation, I love mixing mine into my palm of my hand or the top of my hand. I don't know why I said palm. And then putting it into the spots that I contour. And then I use the Beauty Wand contour on top of that from e.l.f., which I absolutely love. They have so many great products. Fran, you've been loving the Lash and Roll Brown Mascara, a little change up.
I have. It's a little change up. It's been one of my favorites. I've been using it every day. It's amazing. e.l.f. has amazing products at great prices. Everyone's been familiar with e.l.f. Maybe e.l.f. was your first introduction into makeup, and now it continues to be such a staple, used by so many people. They're 100% vegan and cruelty-free as well, with no animal ingredients and no animal testing worldwide. We talked about the brow lift. We talked about the products we have in front of us. They are part of our daily routines. You guys should absolutely try them out as well. So make sure you head to elfcosmetics.com to learn more, or you can go to the e.l.f. Cosmetics app. And of course, you know, if you see e.l.f. Cosmetics products in a store near you, pick something up, try it out. I think you're going to love it.
I think so too. Try it out. Tag us. Let us know you're loving e.l.f. as much as we love e.l.f.
Absolutely. It's a short week for us this week.
Yes, we don't have an episode on Friday because we are headed to Philly. Reminder for Philly fans coming to the show, bring your signs. We are doing Time of the Signs. We're bringing it back. We can't wait for the show in Philly. Fran, you are going to the Phillies game on Wednesday, so you will not be with the group Wednesday night. We will try to keep our antics to a minimum without you.
Yeah, thank you. And I hope that I'm interested to see how this also plays out on Thursday. I have gotten quite a few DMs from girls being like, the show and the game are happening at the same time on Thursday. Like, help. And I'm like, I just don't quite know. I don't have an answer for you, unfortunately.
Come to the show. Yeah. My answer is,
the game will still
I'm
be
sorry.
going on once the show's over.
I'm also, I'm sorry, like, come to the show.
How can you yell at people? There's girls out there that are massive Phillies fans. That's tough. That's tough.
I understand.
I'm not talking about me, it's hard.
I understand.
Yeah.
But we are going to put on a fantastic show.
We are, absolutely.
And they can watch highlights after.
We'll
you can't
updates.
Watch our show after.
Remember the time that people were giving you updates in the crowd? People will know.
Yeah, we weren't in Philly as that was happening though.
Listen, guys, and
if
they
vibe.
win, we'll go freaking party after. Okay,
absolutely.
So come to the show. I do understand if you're a massive fan and you have to bow out, but it's you're not going to be able to watch our show after. And I'm not saying you could DVR the baseball game. You can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. But you'll be able to find out what happens.
Yes.
So I do hope you come to the show. Obviously, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about, and we are a lighthearted show. And we talk about pop culture, and we talk about our lives and all the great things that go on with us. Yeah. And we try to be a lighthearted, funny escape. But when there are horrific things happening around the world, it's hard to just ignore that and not acknowledge what is happening.
Yeah, I think, Monday we put out an episode, and I will say personally, and that is just due to my own privilege. Like, I went through the weekend, I had things were planned. Mm-hmm. I had a wedding. I was Sunday,
Yeah.
I saw news. I saw headlines. I saw what was happening. But coming into work on Monday, I had not really taken the time to really look at what was happening. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that's 100% on me. That is my privilege. That is, I'm living in this country and was living my life. And so many people do not have that same liberty.
Right.
And after taking some time to you look at what is happening, and it's obviously it's in we are seeing it. Right. It's all over social media right now.
It's not something you can ignore. I feel the same way. Like, once you really dive in
No.
and you see what's happening.
And social media has become such a big form of news. People gather their news from social media, and that has caused people to share a lot and post a lot. And I think people process things in different ways. And there is, when something terrible happens in the world, people want things to be shared as soon as possible, which absolutely, yes. But I'm on a personal level, there are different ways that people process what is happening. And just because they might not be throwing it up on social media right away doesn't mean that they are not seeing and hoping to support and acknowledge what is happening.
It doesn't mean that somebody doesn't care.
Absolutely. And I think what is happening right now in Israel has been absolutely devastating to see. Seeing the videos, the stories, the innocent lives that have been lost, women, children, elderly. I mean, all human life. They're a peaceful music festival absolutely turning into a disaster. There were reports today of babies being murdered and some being beheaded. Like I'm using graphic words right now, but it's necessary because it's so violent and terrifying.
And when you see the faces, you know, because a lot of videos have been shared, a lot of, you know, pictures of people, of family members have been shared, and you put faces to names and what's going on, it's just horrific. And like you said, so extremely violent that it's hard to put into words how scary it really is.
Yeah, I have like chills thinking about it, because it's like seeing these people, their stories of being at a music festival, running for their lives, hiding under dead bodies, young girls, families losing their whole families, people talking about losing their grandmother and then seeing a video being posted on social media. The videos and things that have been shared online are so terrifying and
so graphic.
It's so graphic, and it's taken on a massive global impact because across the world there are protests and commentary, and you saw it, we see it in New York, you see it across the whole world of people chanting and showing their support for the basically elimination of the Jewish people. And that is terrifying. That is dangerous. That is something that we have not seen on this large of a scale since the Second World War.
Right.
And people hesitate when it comes to this topic because the history in that area, the geopolitical history in the Middle East is complicated and complex, but speaking out on the murders of innocent people is not complex. It has really been so scary to see what's happening. I do think that we have to look at people as people.
Yeah.
There's a crazy thing where it's like you see the propaganda, you see the government. There are governments, political escapes, governments across the whole world where their people are not equated to their government.
Right.
And they're innocent lives.
And if you take politics out of it, you take the government out of it, and you're just talking about human beings being murdered, innocent people, babies. Yeah. Like if you did, like, who have not even had their lives yet, and people feel the need to still spew hate when this is not like you said, when it just comes to being a human and innocent lives being taken, it should not come down to that. It's just like, this is clearly very disgusting.
To think of the rooted hatred of a group of people that you could, as a human, take the lives of these innocent people, and like you said, you cannot weigh someone's life heavier, more importantly than somebody else's. Like, and I mean that in a sense of like, I'm putting an emphasis on babies and elderly. Of course, there are young people, old people. Right. We've lost, I think as of we're recording, 1,000 lives have been lost. There's going to be sadly more lives lost because this is a conflict that now will turn into a war.
Because like violence only creates more violence.
Yes, and that is, it's terrifying for the innocent people in Israel, the innocent people in Gaza that are going to have to deal with the repercussions of Hamas as a terrorist group. It's been recognized as a terrorist group by many, many, many countries across this world, and they have killed these innocent people. And that, this back to what I was saying. I'm babies, like, thinking that somebody could look at a baby and do what they are doing is senseless. And
there isn't even a word for it.
There isn't a word. It's impossible to grasp, truly. And to think those are absolutely, it's innocent people. And I know that this is it's a very scary time, and I just want our Jewish listeners to know that we support you, and we know that this is very, very scary. Regardless of where you live right now, I think that there is a fear of what this can turn into, and the continued spewing of hatred and hate against the Jewish people. And it's really awful. And the loss of any innocent life is terrible. Like I said, this is what I have seen on my side of looking at social media, where it's a lot of like, but this, but if you say this, don't you want to bring up that? And kind of this back and forth, where I just feel like this isn't really a time for a back and forth. It's a time to acknowledge how terrible these acts are, and to condemn the killing of innocent people. And so that's why we wanted to honestly acknowledge it in a place where we both felt comfortable, not just saying something because we feel that it has to be said. It's coming from a place where we have seen what has been going on the last few days, and we have read and watched and seen and spoken about it with each other, where this is something we felt we from our own hearts needed to share. And like we've said many times, Chicks in the Office is a podcast where we want to spread as much love and laughter and joy. And I know that when terrible things like this happen, social media, news, everything, you see a lot, and it is very heavy. And whether you can handle that or not, some people want to immerse themselves in what is happening. Some people want to educate themselves, learn, but then they also want to have something to escape to, something to look to. And so we want to continue to do our show, and hope that people can take a moment. But we also completely understand if maybe you can't be listening to this right now. Right. And it's totally understandable, 100%. But that is just kind of how we felt about it.
Exactly. I think you said everything best. And, we mentioned before we started talking about this that we obviously do want to be a place to escape to. You just said it. And sometimes people will say, you are a place that we want to escape, the world from. So why do you have to bring this up? And it's like, well, we can't watch these things happen and see how horrific things are and feel that in ourselves and just continue on and not say anything and not acknowledge what everyone is feeling right now and everyone is seeing. Like, we can still be an escape and also acknowledge.
What kind of people would we be if we just kind of wind up, like, if we said, not talking about that, mentioning it at all, moving on. Here's what's got.
And I can imagine that a lot of our listeners want to feel like they have a safe place right now, and a safe space. And if they listen to podcasts, they want to have people they listen to that they, feel safe listening to. And we always want to be those people for everybody. So
yeah,
we're going to continue to do our show, continue, like you said, try to be an escape for everybody. And yeah, it's not an easy thing to just move on from and start talking about pop culture. But
no, absolutely not.
We've talked about this before with other things that have happened, and we just will continue to do our show to try and make everybody laugh and,
and
a little
continue
bit
to pray for peace and pray for these innocent lives that are lost, on, if you want to call it, on whoever you are, these innocent lives being lost, and to support the stop of hatred against the Jewish people. So, all right, we are going to take a little break and come back and jump back into the show.
Chicks in the Office is sponsored by BetterHelp. Maybe sometimes you feel like your brain is getting in its own way. You feel like you know what you should do and you know what's good for you, but you just can't seem to do it. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. I know plenty of people in my life who have benefited from using BetterHelp as a way to start therapy. BetterHelp is all online, so if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. You can make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/office. That's BetterHelp.com/office to get 10% off your first month. All right, we're going to get into the topics for today's show. I didn't think we were going to keep hearing about this, but we are. Aquaman.
Yeah.
There was new things coming out about the set of Aquaman 2, including Amber Heard, Jason Momoa, and Elon Musk, of course, is involved. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas have reached an agreement for their custody battle. Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper are confirmed having fun together. We thought maybe not. I'm excited about that one. And Julia Fox is coming out with a memoir where she talks about her time with Kanye West. And we have a great game of trivia. So let's get into the topics. So there have been a couple of things that have come out about Aquaman and Aquaman 2. I want to start off with the Jason Momoa story. So something was found from Amber Heard where she said that Jason Momoa was showing up to the set of Aquaman dressed as Johnny Depp to try to get her to leave the set of Aquaman. And now people are saying Jason Momoa, he just dresses like Johnny Depp. And so that wasn't the case. He just has a similar fashion to Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I think that there were, I don't know if it was a leaking or that documents that were a part of the Heard Depp trial were surfaced. Like Variety says they surfaced on Reddit. Depp fans paid, Johnny Depp's fans paid the court fees for the release. I remember when this happened. Okay. Johnny Depp fans paid the court fees for the release of documents from Amber's therapist. The raw notes scribbled on a legal pad were part of last year's high-profile trial. They described a hostile Aquaman set where an allegedly intoxicated Jason Momoa dressed like Depp and pushed to have Heard booted from the role of aquatic superhero Mira. Jason said he wanted me fired, the notes say. Jason, drunk, late on set, dressing like Johnny, has all the rings too. A rep for Jason declined to comment, but a DC spokesperson pushed back on this characterization, saying Jason Momoa conducted himself in a professional manner at all times on the set of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Others echoed that sentiment. Jason works his ass off, likes to have a beer once in a while like everyone, but doesn't show up drunk to set, says an insider who was on the London set in 2021, adding that the stars got along and were seen joking together. And he isn't dressing like Johnny Depp. He is always dressed in that bohemian style. He has always dressed in that. Isn't that his total vibe?
Jason Momoa, like that's just how I picture Jason Momoa.
I feel like that is, I don't I don't necessarily blame Amber in that sense. I feel like Amber at that point was extremely traumatized by what was going on with her and Johnny, and probably was like, this is reminding me of him. Right. Even though it wasn't on purpose from Jason's side.
And being in a paranoid state, going, he's definitely dressing like Johnny Depp. We don't know Jason Momoa personally, but I feel like Jason Momoa is a peaceful guy. Like, he's one of those guys that's always like, peace and love, bohemian.
Yeah, 100%. There was also talks in this article about Amber feeling unsupported by the film's director and treated like a pariah because of the legal battle. That director just declined to comment. And yet, we all know she was nearly fired. Following Aquaman's release in 2018, the studio and director decided to drop the actress from the sequel due to her lack of chemistry with Momoa and sent a letter to her attorney following the decision. Those sources underscore that the move to bounce Heard was unrelated to Depp and took place before he filed suit against the actress in 2019. Likewise, Momoa was not involved in the decision-making. They just didn't have chemistry is what they were claiming. Ultimately, the studio never pulled the trigger on firing Heard because her former boyfriend, Elon Musk, had one of his litigators send a, quote, scorched earth letter to Warner Brothers threatening to burn the house down if the actress wasn't brought back for a sequel, says a source familiar with the behind-the-scenes battle. Warner Brothers caved and moved forward with Heard. I recall all of this happening, but I don't think, was it public that Elon Musk was the one that said, like, you can't fire her?
No, honestly, I didn't even know that they had a further relationship. Then I just thought they had like threesomes, which is maybe, bad on me. But I just remember the reports of like Amber Heard, Elon Musk, and whoever having threesomes together. And I didn't know they like really had a close relationship.
Yeah.
But I guess he was, wasn't he asked to testify for her? Elon Musk?
I think so.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not
remember.
100% sure. But
I don't feel like he did, though.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
But Aquaman, there's
so much drama around this movie. Always
so much drama around Aquaman 2 forever. Shout out Entourage.
Yeah.
Aquaman 2 is just never meant to be.
It's so true. I mean, I think Aquaman 2 is supposed to come out. Like, the movie's not even out. The movie's been made for like 5 years, I think.
Aquaman 2 is not meant to see the light of day in any capacity.
Aquaman 2
fake
release,
or real.
December 20th is when it comes out. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. And this, the Variety article just continues to go on to really describe the struggles that DC has had with their superhero movies. Wonder Woman was probably like one of their biggest successes. And that there's just been some serious confusion about what they want to do with that franchise. And if Jason Momoa would come back, who it is, all this drama around it. And what that's going to look like. Of course, neither of them, it ends by saying, Jason nor Amber, they haven't promoted the film, of course, because we're the SAG strike. But if the strike ends soon, now that the WGA has come to terms, the stars will be junketing, making it difficult for Warner Brothers and Jason Wan to avoid Heard's accusations that her role was significantly cut. At least 2 Heard scenes were cut from Aquaman 2, according to individuals familiar with the production. Other evidence of friction is hiding in plain sight. This summer, Jason unfollowed Amber on Instagram. One source has even blocked Heard from following him. So if the strike ends and they do have to do press, sounds like they won't be doing press together.
No. You know what I thought about yesterday when we were talking about the Beckham documentary? And Noah, you said something like, if I was him, I would have been like, I'm leaving this country, with all the hate he was getting. And I don't know why I was thinking about this after. And I was like, I wonder if I was getting, like, the entire country hated me. Like, whatever. Would I leave the country? Like, I was like, I don't think I would leave the country. And then I thought about Amber Heard and how she moved to Spain. I was like, oh, some people really do just leave.
Yeah.
I feel like that's different than the Beckham situation, just because like it didn't really have to do with being American or anything. Like it wasn't like, you know, it's just people here know more about it. Probably.
Well, that's what I'm. No, that's what I'm saying. Though, like the people here are. I mean, like she went to a country where she felt like they didn't care as much.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, definitely. There are people that are just like, you know what? Howdy.
I'm getting out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
I can't imagine
the conversation is going to continue until the movie comes out, because people are going to be talking about her role and if she's in it, if there were scenes cut and all those things.
I can't imagine her doing any press.
I can't
think
either. I think
there's been
that's
videos of her in Spain where she looks happy there, and I think if I could imagine, she's not going to participate in movie press.
Yeah, if the strike is over and they're doing press, I think that'll be heavily pushed by Jason, and Warner Brothers is going to seriously try and control that narrative and like control the questions that are asked.
Mm-hmm. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas, they have reached a decision on their custody battle.
Yeah.
The kids will be able to spend 2 weeks
at least through the end of the year.
They'll be able to spend 2 weeks in the US and 2 weeks in the UK, which I could imagine is a pain in the ass flying every 2 weeks with that time difference.
Yeah,
you're going to be jet lagged as fuck.
I know. The headlines I think are a tad. The headlines I think are a tad misleading. When you look at the details of what they agreed to, because I think a lot of it was like, oh, they settled their custody battle, but they came up with a temporary custody agreement through like the end of this year and into early next year. You know, so that's. It's a temporary fix for now, and yes, the temporary fix for now, like you said, is switching off every 2 weeks.
2 weeks in US, 2 weeks in UK. I don't think that's a sustainable living for your life. Right. I think growing up, that could be really difficult. School, friendships, all of that. If you want to live the most normal life you can as a celebrity kid, I would imagine flying back from the US and the UK every 2 weeks is not the best way. But it's one of those things that I'm feeling a bit.
And it hasn't said, Sophie didn't say that she will take them to the UK. She said, or I guess the document said she wants to take them for the holidays. But if she does want to take them, she can.
She can, yes. Yeah. You know, of course we talk about these things and people want our opinion, right? But sometimes when it comes to things like this, I'm just like, I don't feel like it's my place. And I just said it's not a sustainable living because, of course, you have an opinion, right? It comes out. And then I stop myself and I go, but at the same time,
these are not my kids.
It's not your kids.
Yeah.
So what can you do when you're in a sticky situation like this? They need to figure it out. And of course, you can have, you have your opinion. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's like, well, that's probably not going to work. But then you go, okay, well, it's their kids.
Definitely.
I can imagine people in their lives are saying the first thing that they're coming to their minds going,
that's not sustainable.
It's not going to work.
And yeah, I think you're probably right on that, which is why I feel like they're going to have to make a permanent decision when they do have to make a permanent decision. Like people wrote, as for the future, the agreement requires that the parties shall jointly submit a status report letter prior to December 23rd, outlining the status of mediation between the two at that point. So it's kind of feels like they have this agreement in place now, but before the end of the year, they will have to present a more long-term agreement, and hopefully it doesn't get messy, but that could be where it's a little harder to come up with a permanent agreement if Sophie does want to have the kids in the UK permanently, which, she claims that is the plan that they had, that they were all ready to do that, and the house was locked in and they were ready to make the move, and then this happened. I find myself just ending at the same place every time I think about this or read an article or see it. I'm like, God, what happened to these two?
Where did it all go wrong?
Where did it all go wrong? How did we get here?
I know.
I'm like, how did we get here? Oh,
what I find myself thinking about
all happened so fast.
I know. What I find myself thinking about is the English roses. The book, that Madonna's book about the kids living in
Yeah.
England. And I go, oh, man. Well, because I grew up here, you go, what was it like growing up there?
Yeah.
And The English Roses is my favorite books when I was a kid. And so I think about these kids growing up in the UK. And I'm like, go there, try it out,
Those are Madonna's children's books, by the way.
Yeah, Madonna used to write books. And I don't know if she still does. I'm saying used to because when I was a kid, I used to read these books called The English Roses. And it actually came up on my TikTok the other day, and I was really happy to see it because I don't see enough people talking about The English Roses.
Yeah.
They don't talk about them enough. But maybe if Sophie and Joe's kids live in the UK, they'll pick up their own copy of The English Roses and read it and feel like they're living it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But where did it all go wrong between these two?
Where did it all go wrong? Ugh, breaks my heart.
Man.
I finished Beckham last night, and it makes you think, like, good for them. Like, they're still together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been their fair share of issues, and I think David's made his fair share of mistakes as well. I don't really know about all the allegations, but it does feel like one had some pretty good, and I don't know, just the way David reacted.
Yeah,
he was like teary-eyed and was like, "We're not going to talk about it." Like, if something didn't happen, he would be screaming from the rooftops that nothing happened.
And they sued a couple people and didn't sue one person.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was kind of confused how they like kind of glossed over like the details about like what.
Well, I guess because it's their lives, and if they
their documentary,
if they figured it out on their own, they can kind of let people go. All right, well, they didn't deny it, so let's assume that it did happen, and they figured it out.
Yep, that's what it seems like.
The younger son, is he like known, or does he have like anything going for him? Because I feel like I've never heard about.
Was his name Romeo?
Yeah.
Romeo plays soccer.
Really? Wait, no, really? I thought I just saw a video that Beckham said the only person, his daughter's the only one who still plays soccer.
I'm pretty sure Romeo does, unless it's Cruz.
I saw an interview.
Is it Romeo or Cruz?
I saw an old interview where they talked about why the name Brooklyn Beckham. And it's because they found out that they were having him while they were in Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah.
Or she was in Brooklyn.
Well, she was on tour for the Spice Girls in America, and she was in Brooklyn, and that's where she found out.
That was a wild thing, by the way, that she called him like right before that game. It was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh,
wild.
and then the fact that he had to tell his parents where he's like, I let my whole country down. Oh, by the way, like we're having a kid.
Well, I would like.
She said they conceive. She was like, we did conceive in Denmark, though.
Yeah. Romeo does have footballer in his Instagram bio. Footballer, he's got at Brentford FC tagged and at Puma football tagged.
Wow. How old is he?
Romeo, I think, is like 2021-ish.
2021?
20 or 21.
Oh.
Not the year. I think. I'm not sure. He is 21. Cruz is the younger son. Romeo is after Brooklyn.
Yeah. I was surprised. Like, I mean, I guess he's not that old. He has like pretty young kids.
They had, I mean, Brooklyn's what, 25?
He's probably like,
I think he's around my age.
And David's like 47. So it's, they had kids. He was like 22, 23, 24 in that age.
That was common back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think David Beckham looks better now or when he was?
There's a couple of different good stages. There's a couple of bad stages.
The man has always looked good, I think.
Not bad, but there's a couple less than.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's times where it's like, oh, this hits, but even in his worst, he still looks good.
The buzz cut is a good look.
Better than you think, like the long hair like he had before that?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. But then like what he has now / like post buzz cut was also one of my favorites.
He's back to the buzz cut now though. Like the documentary, he has like the long hair, but now like doing all the press for it, he has like a buzz cut.
He can pull off a buzz cut.
He can.
He can pull off anything. Good for
I
him.
mean,
No,
he's like one of the coolest people.
I saw
the only
someone
thing that the mohawk, I was like, that looks terrible.
I saw someone post like a meme that was like, put whatever hair on this guy's perfect face.
Like, he has like still a
perfect
full,
face.
I mean, he's not like that old, but like a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Hey, in order to pull off every hairstyle in the book, you got to have a perfect face. That's and he's got it,
and a great head of hair.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the tattoos like he's gotten a little carried away, but still cool. He can pull it off.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta say it.
All right, fine. Let's find something.
I know, right?
With David Beckham.
There might be one too many tattoos on him these days.
He could pick a couple off, but
went a little overboard on the tattoos, if you ask me.
No, he's super cool, David Beckham. Yeah. And I do love.
I find myself coming back. Like I feel like we just came back to talking about it, and I have found myself doing this.
Yeah,
all the time now.
I don't even know what we were talking about before that.
My entire TikTok.
Oh, Sophie Turner.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
That's all anyone's talking about online when I go on TikTok. It's David Beckham.
I do love how him and Victoria have a joking, fun relationship. It seems like when he called her out for her saying that their family was working class, and he was like, "Do not lie." Yeah, hilarious.
Also,
what car did he drive? What car did he drive?
And he was saying like, "You didn't used to talk like this like 20 years ago."
Yeah.
Oh, giddy thinking about it. Speaking of giddy, Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper, they went on a weekend getaway. They came back to the city. They're having fun. These two are having fun together, and I like it.
That is. Where do you think they went?
Pennsylvania.
You think?
Bradley used to have a place. Bradley's from where Gigi.
You see this on Dumois? I saw this also.
Bradley's from where Gigi has farmhouses.
Right.
And maybe Bradley still has a place there. Maybe he doesn't. They probably went to a little Pennsylvania getaway. It's beautiful weather for Pennsylvania.
Said,
don't you think?
Taylor Swift's house in Rhode Island.
Either one is beautiful weather. I mean, for a little fall getaway.
Yeah, totally. You could honestly tell me any little fall getaway that they took. I'd be like, amazing,
cool, like anything. The two of them. Bradley Cooper is a gem. Bradley Cooper is a true gem of a man. From what I've seen, I think he's a true gem. And so
fair.
Any lady would be lucky to be with Bradley Cooper.
Isn't that a lovely sentiment?
I act like Bradley Cooper needs me to hype him up.
Yeah, I know. A new Straight Talk Wireless offering is now available where you can get a Walmart Plus membership included on select Straight Talk Wireless plans for free. Only Straight Talk Wireless gives you unlimited data, talk, and text, plus a Walmart Plus membership included on select plans for free. Some of the perks of Walmart Plus through select Straight Talk Wireless plans are free delivery from Walmart stores, free shipping, no order minimum, Paramount Plus membership, member prices on fuel, gas savings. Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com. Like I said, it is now offering a Walmart Plus membership included on select Straight Talk Wireless plans for free. Only Straight Talk Wireless gives you unlimited data, talk, and text, plus a Walmart Plus membership included on select plans for free. There's some great perks. You can check them out at Walmart and Walmart.com. Straight Talk Wireless is available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
This is pretty funny. The other day, my dad is talking about sometimes how he just like, he'll probably be mad at me for saying this, but like he sometimes just like hates actors because they're so good looking. Like not really hates them, but he's just like, man, like it's just like
green with envy.
But yeah, like he's just like, it's just like Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt,
some
whatever.
Guys just, and he's some like people just born with it, you know.
And he goes, he's like a huge Brad Pitt over Leo guy, and I'm not exactly sure why, but
I just looks wise
in every aspect, and I'm thinking it comes like he never wants to admit how really good looking Leonardo DiCaprio is.
Right now, I think there's a big
but gap. He's like, Brad Pitt, not only is he a really good looking guy, he's a great actor. And I was like, yeah, I think everybody knows that. He goes,
he's sounding just like his daughter on the show.
No, and he goes, I feel like he doesn't get a lot of credit. And I said, Brad Pitt doesn't get a lot of credit for being a good actor. I said, Dad, I don't think there's a world where Brad Pitt is underrated. And he was like, in my world, he is. Like, he's like,
we're going off my book.
He's like, I think he deserves more credit. And I was I think Brad Pitt gets a ton of credit.
When you say Leonardo DiCaprio, I feel like the first thing you think of is like great actor. When you say Brad Pitt, the first thing you think of might be like just really good looking guy, even though he is a great actor.
Like my dad's like, not only is he really hot, he's really talented.
Yeah.
That Bradley Cooper doesn't need me to be a spokesperson for him. But I'm happy to jump along and say that I think he's a gem. And do I think Gigi Hadid's a gem as well? Yes, I do. You know, we've seen more of Bradley Cooper than we have Gigi Hadid.
Yeah.
But the two of them together, I can get on board with that. I can.
I would love to just open up the conversation of how incredibly, especially when you're from the New York area, an LFG, Little Fall Getaway, is as romantic as it gets. I'm naming it right now. Ooh. Little LFG.
Did you make that up?
Yep, right in this moment.
Okay.
A little Fall Getaway.
I didn't love it.
I think it hits.
I wasn't obsessed with it when you said it.
When you live in
LFG reminds me
of
Let's Fucking Go.
Yeah, but it could also be a Little Fall Getaway.
Now it is. Now it's a Little Fall Getaway.
When you live in the north, when you live
Fall
in the
Getaway, because it's little, it's small, it's a weekend.
Yes.
Weekend FG.
But like Getaway,
WFG,
I feel like
Weekend Fall Getaway
is inherently like short.
Yes.
No.
WFG, LFG.
Yeah.
FG. G.
You live in the Northeast and things, the leaves start to change. Have you guys not, I've seen so many TikToks of like, here are the 5 best little, bed and breakfasts to go in upstate New York and watch the trees change.
I would love to think that's
all those
something
things.
I would do.
And like the little, it's theirs. And that's why them going on a Little Fall Getaway is, I think it's very romantic because you get to go, it's the foliage, maybe you build a fire, crack some marshmallows.
Imagine Bradley Cooper like,
you go on a,
like chopping wood.
I just picture his character, like him speaking as his character in
maybe
A Star
he's
Is
just
Born.
like, he's wearing like a sweater and a vest. Like he just looks great. He's in like a pair of corduroys and boots.
This just sounds like a fantasy that you have.
Yeah, and you get to go on a nice long walk with the leaves changing. Sounds amazing. I'm describing a style that's not your favorite.
Yeah,
but
no,
that's
I was
okay.
picturing him in a different outfit.
I think Bradley Cooper would totally go for that look.
Like a sweatshirt.
Like sweats?
That's it.
Sweatshirt, no pants.
Yeah. No, like a cool sweatshirt. You know what I mean?
We like it's a different style. I put Bradley Cooper in some fall, and the fall aesthetic for me is like maybe a cable knit.
Flannel.
A cable knits, a chunky sweater with jeans and like good boots. Handsome.
You know who I'm picturing? Chris Evans.
I was just thinking Chris Evans.
In Knives Out with the chunky sweater.
Put that outfit on Bradley Cooper. That's basically exactly what I'm envisioning.
I don't envision Bradley in that.
I don't really see him in a sweater.
Apparently,
either.
Bradley can only look good in sweatshirts.
No. It's not that he can only look good in sweatshirts. I just don't.
A flannel works.
I don't
as well.
picture Bradley Cooper in a cable knit sweater.
Hey, a flannel works as well. I can get down with fall.
I can get down with the flannel.
I'm trying to stay on theme.
I can get down with the flannel.
I'm actually just Googling Bradley Cooper sweater.
Cable knit sweater.
I'm thinking about wearing a flannel to the Thursday show. What do you think about that?
I think you should do it. I think you should go for it. You should step out of your comfort zone.
I mean, I wear flannel. I've worn flannels to shows before.
Really?
Maybe he joins in on
or Boston
on LJS.
What's that? Little Jersey Shore?
LJS. We were just talking about it on Monday.
LJS. Little
leather
jacket season.
Wait, little
leather jacket season.
Tis the season.
I mean, he looks great in a leather jacket.
Oh.
Maybe. All right, I go back. Maybe he's in a nice. Maybe he's in. He's in LJS.
Okay, Bradley Cooper in a Pico. Wait, I found this. I'm not.
Okay, fair. But what about that?
It's not. I'm in Bradley Cooper in a leather jacket in that movie that I watched.
Leather jacket
with the chefs. Bradley Cooper.
With the chefs.
Bradley Cooper in this blue sweater. I'm not totally into, but it's still Bradley Cooper, and he can do whatever he wants.
I will say. I mean,
he can wear whatever he wants. Who am I to judge? Casual Bradley Cooper style. Google.
We're just Googling Bradley Cooper street.
Oh, this is Bradley's look.
Bradley Cooper street style.
Oh, this is Bradley's look. A little bomber with a little a little hat.
Okay, so those are like the boots that I'm thinking. Okay. Like a big boot.
We're gonna compromise here.
You're just styling
boot and jeans.
Bradley Cooper.
And he's in an Eagles hat with a bomber.
Yep. The man loves wearing Eagles merch.
Yeah,
which I do appreciate.
A big hat guy.
Hat and a cool jacket. Perfect combination.
All right. I think we just
I think we
Fell
riled
down quite the
I think we riled ourselves up a bit
trip there, but I really hope that Bradley Cooper enjoyed leather jacket season.
You know what,
on
Bradley?
his little fall getaway.
Bradley, if you're listening to this, you wear whatever your little cozy heart desires, Bradley. But I love this couple. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about them.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to move on. Last topic.
Yeah.
Julia Fox has been talking a little bit about Kanye because her new memoir, Down the Drain, is coming out.
Yes.
Now, recently I saw a report about Kanye and his wife, Bianca, which they did get legally married last December, 2022. So that's wild. He actually is legally married to her. Her friends are really worried about her.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is alleged
crazy rules, right?
Kanye doesn't let her speak. He tells her what to eat, what to wear. I am not surprised by these reports, but it is so fucking disappointing. It really is.
From what I've seen, and now from what I've read, from what Julia Fox has included in her book, I totally believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it does feel like he tried to get to that kind of more controlling point with her, and then it all kind of ended when he had asked her to sign an NDA and she didn't, which now makes me think like that was just trial and error until he got somebody to agree to it and
become his little robot minion.
Yeah, no,
which is so sad.
I really
I feel really bad for this girl.
Everything about him just I just hate.
I get
I don't like to use the word hate, but I just hate him.
It is just so unfortunate what transpired with Kanye.
Yeah.
I just really unfortunate downfall.
So Julia, in her book, she said that it was a whirlwind of control, a sick, twisted game for him. She wrote that when she met him, who she refers to only as the artist in the book, when a friend asked if he could pass along her number to a famous artist who's been asking about me, soon enough a text arrived followed by dozens of phone calls. Right, so she wrote that the pair chatted for hours, although it was mostly one-sided. West dominated the conversation and she mostly just listened, occasionally chiming in. When he does listen to me, he loves my ideas and thinks I'm really smart. West then invited her to spend New Year's Eve in Miami, which she initially declined until he chartered a private jet for the actress and her friends. The two finally met face-to-face at a club. Without saying a word, she writes, they hugged and West held her tight, his hands scanning the folds of my body. And she wrote, I know that this is the beginning of something truly special, she remembers. After attempting to talk, music pounding, they went out to the parking lot. He started peeing on the wall.
Ugh.
And I quickly jumped in front of him. She writes, you better not take any pictures, she yelled at bystanders. Once he zips his pants back up, he puts his arm around me, pulls me in close, kissing me passionately. The pair then made their way to a party at a famous rapper's house on Star Island.
Just the thought, Kanye really disgusts
me. And it also sounds like he really orchestrated photos and them being photographed right away, very quickly. He asked her how she felt about taking their relationship public, then prattled on about appointing a team of stylists for her. The next morning, she was awakened by a text from a Page Six reporter who had photos from Carbone. A few days later, the new couple met up again in New York. She received a text from her pal Tammy, who was now hired to help her with her style, telling her to go to the bathroom. Inside were racks and racks of clothing, and the night turned into a movie montage with Julia trying on different outfits while photographers snapped pictures, leaving her feeling like a, quote, show monkey. After dinner, they returned to his hotel suite where even more clothes awaited, including a slinky top that she felt didn't fit right without a bra. And Kanye said, I'll get you a boob job if you want. Then she wrote, I feel like he's using me in some weird twisted game. It makes me feel dirty. And they received an NDA that she refused to sign. A week later, the couple arrived in Paris, but the city of love was anything but. As Kanye began listing things about Julia that irked him, including her friends, the argument extended to a party at the home of one of the most prolific artists of our time. and until they were told to knock it off and enjoy the evening. Days later, she was told that he was going on a month-long phone break, but will be at her birthday party. And this is when then he showed up with all the Birkins for her and all of his friends. She wrote, "My friends are ecstatic, but I can't shake off the feeling that this is more of a farewell gesture than a birthday present." Noting that Kanye made the group recreate the reveal moment several more times for a photographer. "We do as we're told and awkwardly throw our arms up and scream for joy as he stands off in the background looking on with pride. As we pose like puppets, I question his true intentions, feeling that this grand gesture is nothing more than a publicity stunt." The next morning, she texted him that she was ready to break up. It's a lot of control. It's a lot of domination. It's clearly the style that Kanye wants, and that it feels yucky and dangerous.
It makes me feel very, very worried for this woman that is with him.
Yeah.
I think her friends do have a right to be concerned. I think when your friend is changing, and it's very clear, if you see pictures of what this woman looked like before and now how she dresses, and he basically makes her walk around naked and barefoot around Italy. And I really hope this woman can see the light of day.
Yeah.
Like, just get away from Kanye. Clearly, he is a controlling manipulator, which is scary. Yeah. Like, I feel really bad for this woman, and I feel really bad for Kim and her kids.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do I navigate this situation?
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Every once in a while, there's something new about Kanye that comes up. But those are the topics for today, and we have a great game of trivia.
A little bonus game since it's a Wednesday,
yes.
But no episode on Friday. Scheduling got a little not messed up, but
we have our live show.
No episode on Friday, so trivia's today.
Yes, and Cutting Stems on YouTube, but when we come back for our episode next Friday, we will be returning to doing Golden Bachelor and Paradise recaps on the podcast.
Right, and Cutting Stems will still occur. So if you...
Whichever way you prefer.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously you guys know we'll be live on stage in Philly, which Thursday we're super, super excited. You will see us on Cutting Stems at 11 p.m. when it airs. It will be pre-recorded after we watch the episodes, which we are watching.
Yes, and there's tickets still on sale for Philly.
Yeah.
And if you want to come, please do. But now with this game happening, I'm afraid that no more of you are going to want to come.
The way you're saying it is like we have so many people coming.
No,
like,
I talked about that. I'm just saying there are still tickets.
It's still already one of our biggest shows we've done.
There's 800 people coming to the show already, and we are super fucking excited about that. It's one of our biggest shows already, and we are so thankful for that. And of course, everybody who bought tickets. I'm just saying that there are still tickets available.
Yes.
And if you do want to come, please feel free. But
she was just saying like it's a little harder to make that last minute sway.
Yeah, because there's a game happening, and I don't think we can really sway the people at this point.
Yeah.
But
we'll try.
And reminder, we're gonna have a little after party after. Let's not get too crazy, or shall we? Who knows? All right, let's get into trivia. Do you think your friend is the ultimate life of the party? Nominate them and you could win a Pink Whitney New York City trip. One lucky winner will receive an epic New York City trip for them and 3 friends, complete with a tour of the Barstool office. 10 secondary prize winners will receive Pink Whitney party packs with everything you and your crew needs to take your shot and throw the ultimate house party. It's easy to enter. Just go to pinkwhitney.com and enter your info. Nominate your life of the party friend and describe how they always make the party next level for a chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip. And of course, make sure to head to your local bar and order some Pink Whitney today, or head to your local liquor store and pick up a bottle of Pink Whitney. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip at pinkwhitney.com. Once again, enter for your chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip at pinkwhitney.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Rhea and Fran. This is game number 95, and we are joined by Katie and Bree. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Unfortunately, Katie's sister was supposed to join us, but she has to work. Boo. Shout out, Sam. We wish you were playing with us, but we have Bree.
Yes.
So, you know what? We're happy.
Feels like a win-win for us.
Yep.
And just a lose situation for for Sam, unfortunately.
That's all right. We still love you, Sam. But thank you guys for coming on, and we are excited to play.
Thanks. We're excited to be here.
All right, so we'll jump right into it. So 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We are going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whoever is closest will get to go first, and everyone gets their own individual guess. We will alternate guesses. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is Ella Enchanted.
Oh, I love that movie.
I'm going to say 67.
29.
I'll go 48.
32.
48 is the closest. It's 51.
Oh.
Good score. Good score.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I can't imagine
Wait,
why
who's
you would
in it?
see that.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
No.
Hugh,
I get confused with what's the one with
Hugh Dancy?
the redhead.
That's just
That's
Enchanted.
Just Enchanted.
Just Enchanted.
That's Amy Adams.
Okay.
It's not called Just
no, wait,
Enchanted.
that's
It's
Amy
called
Adams?
Enchanted.
Oh, that's so offensive that I called her that redhead.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was Amy Adams.
Yeah,
If it was Bryce Dallas Howard, that would have been more appropriate.
yeah. No, Amy Adams.
Okay. Question number 1 to Katie and Bree. Shout out Madison from Sunnyside, Queens. And this is going to be similar to the first question from last week. In SpongeBob SquarePants, what is Mr. Krabs' real name?
Oh, it's Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene Krabs.
Final answer.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So that's why
we thought that
Eugene was
Plankton's
Plankton.
name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's all
Now
coming
it
together.
All clicks a week later. It makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Okay. 1-0. Katie and Bree. This is question number 2 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Megan from Webster, Massachusetts. What actor or actress appears in all of these movies? Inside Out, Ocean's 8, No Strings Attached, The 5-Year Engagement.
Mindy Kaling. I think she's in all of those.
Okay.
Mindy Kaling. Final answer.
Correct. Did you know that?
No, I feel like I couldn't name any actors.
I mean,
or
Inside
actresses.
Out is hard too. It's animated,
right? Like I got
it's-
once you said Inside Out, I got stuck on there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, who is in Inside Out?
Tied up at 1. Question number 3 to Katie and Bree. Shout out Anna from Milwaukee. Name 3 movies Zooey Deschanel stars in.
Okay. 500 Days of Summer.
Elf.
Elf. What's a third? Oh my gosh. I can't
15
think.
seconds.
Yeah, what else is he in? I know this.
10 seconds.
Oh my god. I can't think of any.
5
500 Days of Summer.
seconds. 3,
I don't.
2.
I
I
don't.
can't think of anything
One.
else.
All right, to Rhea and Fran.
Those are the only ones I can think
of
of.
anything else either.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to
envision her when she was blonde. Like, was she in other movies?
500 Days of Summer. Elf. What other starring?
15 seconds.
I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank on Zoe.
10.
Is there an animated movie?
5 seconds.
Surf's Up?
Time is up.
Surf's Up.
Isn't she in Surf's Up?
Is she in Surf's Up?
Or am I making that up? Look up the cast of Surf's Up and tell me one of the penguins is not Zoe Deschanel.
I could so see her being a penguin.
Oh, wait. She is?
Oh my
is.
god!
Yeah,
Wow!
Oh my god.
What a pull that was.
She's
Wow.
the main girl penguin.
That wasn't even on the list of the tons of movies I had.
Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. She's in it.
She's
Yeah.
in it.
Okay. Yeah, correct.
I just watched Surf's Up. That's
What a pull.
Right at the buzzer.
Well, can you name some other movies? Just because
Yes.
why could
Well, Almost Famous. She's in Almost Famous. The sister.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're reaching a little for starring role.
Well, I didn't say starring role. Well, it stars in. It's just you're in it. Like,
I would just assume it's whatever movie she's in.
Yeah.
Trolls.
Oh.
Failure to launch.
Okay.
Yes,
my
man.
God.
Failure to launch was what I was picturing, but I
launch.
could. It was not coming.
Yes,
to my brain.
man. Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh
Bridge
my
to
God,
Terabithia
she's
is
in
such
all these movies?
such a freaking throwback that nobody talks about enough. Nobody talks about Bridge to Terabithia enough. I want that up.
That's fair.
on
Hitchhiker's Guide
record.
to the Galaxy.
Wow, I'm in. Nope. No.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Surf's up.
Well, Surf's Up.
There we go.
Add it
Surf's
to
up.
the list.
Yeah. Okay. 2-1. We're in Fran. And this is question number 4 to them. Shout out Alexa from Miami. In Drake and Josh, what is Helen's catchphrase?
Oh, fuck.
She like.
Yeah.
Helen's.
15 seconds.
Isn't she's like
I know it's like a
5 seconds.
oh fuck I don't know
I don't-
but I'm excited to
I
find
don't
out
know.
what it is.
Time
know
is
it.
up to Brie and Katie.
I think I know.
Know
Do you
it?
know me? Yeah, I think it. That is not my job. It's like that
Oh.
isn't my job.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, that is not my job. Final answer.
Correct.
Yep. There it is.
that is
There you
not
go.
my job.
Yep.
2-all. Question number 5 to Katie and Bree. Shout out Madison from Sunnyside, Queens again. In Seinfeld, the actor who plays George Costanza's father is the real-life father of which famous actor?
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Final answer.
Correct.
Yep.
My
Joey
dad will be
Stiller.
proud.
All right.
R.I.P. All right. 3-2, Katie and Bree. Question number 6 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Anna from Florida. What is the name of the magical creature that pulls the Hogwarts carriages in the 5th Harry Potter?
It's unfortunate when there's a Harry Potter question because I'm like useless, you know. 'Cause I just stare.
One of these days you'll get one.
No, I don't. I don't. I won't.
It ends in like a L, like an. Like
10
they're like tendrils. It's like it ends in an EL. Oh,
5 seconds.
God, I can picture them.
Time is up.
God, I can just picture them.
Just
Time is
picture
up
them.
to
They're quite
Bree and
scary.
Katie.
I have
don't know.
I have no idea.
But it, like something like that sounds right.
Fuck.
I have no
I'm
idea.
useless too. I've never seen or read any Harry Potter, so I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know.
No answer.
I have no idea.
I don't even know if I'll say this correctly, but Desterols?
Yeah, bad. Yeah, yep.
Or
Yeah.
I was just playing with sounds. That's like my lyric thing, you know, like just making up words for something in my own head.
Yeah.
That's how I feel for a lot of Harry Potter characters. Like they just don't have in my head. I don't say their actual names.
Yeah. Okay. 3-2.
I was like Fendrils, Centrals.
Katie and Bree. This is question number 7 to them. Shout out Lisa from Hoboken. In Lilo and Stitch, Stitch was obsessed with what music artist?
Elvis. Yeah.
Elvis.
Final answer.
Yeah. Elvis.
Correct.
Final answer.
What?
Hey.
It's just hilarious that little creature was obsessed with Elvis.
Lilo and Stitch was the first movie I cried at in the movie theaters. It's a core
Wow.
memory.
I remember going to
never
Disney
tried-
World and being obsessed with Lilo
Yeah.
and Stitch.
Oh, you had a crush on Lilo?
No. No. Okay. 4-2, Katie and Bree. This is question number 8 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Robin from New Brunswick, Canada. What is the name of Adam Sandler's production company?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore Productions, right?
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Oh,
To Katie and Bree.
No.
It's Happy Madison. Happy something. Happy Gilmore's the movie. I think it's Happy Madison.
Oh,
For some reason, it's coming to me.
I would have just said like Gilmore Productions, but
Oh. I think it's Happy something, and I'm pretty sure it's Madison.
Okay, go with your gut because I don't know it.
10 seconds.
I might be wrong, but final answer, Happy Madison.
Correct.
Yeah, we answered too fast.
It's a
When I thought
combination.
when I thought about it for a second, I was like, oh wait, no, it's Happy Madison.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
I got it, but it's smart of him to combine
Fun fact,
the two.
I got accepted for an internship there, but I turned them down.
Wow.
Why?
It just didn't work out scheduling wise. Like,
Too busy.
I had other internships, I couldn't do it. But
Was Barstool one of them?
no, this was like when I was still in
Before?
college in LA. Okay, 5-2. Katie and Bree, they're pulling away. Question number 9 to Katie and Bree.
We haven't lost in a while.
Shout out Julia from. It sounds like you're already accepting defeat.
No, I was just saying, just throwing that out there.
Shout out Julia from New Jersey. Taylor Swift has collaborations with many different artists or groups on her songs. Name 5 of these collaborations. Name the person or band, not the song, just the collab.
Okay.
On any album?
On any
Yeah,
song
anything?
she's ever released.
Okay, so she does. I'm like starting at the beginning. Breathe with Colby Calais. Does it count with like Kendrick Lamar on Bad Blood? Does that count? Let's say it counts.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, so Breathe, Colby Calais. We don't need to know the song. Colby
10
Calais,
seconds.
Kendrick Lamar. Who else does she collaborate with? Chris
Ed
Stapleton.
Sheeran.
5 seconds.
Ed Sheeran. Who else?
Time
one more.
is.
Paramore, Haley Williams. Okay, do I have to say them all again?
It's Sam Mulligan.
Okay, Colby Calais, Kendrick Lamar, Chris Stapleton, Ed Sheeran. What was the last one you said, Brie?
You said it. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember it. Oh, Haley Williams.
That is correct.
Yay! Great.
Okay.
Good job.
It's a hard one. That's stressful for me.
6-2. Bree and Fran. No, not Bree and Fran. Katie and
No, Noah.
Bree. You wish. Okay. I'm going to play movie clip. This is to Rhea and Fran, and you tell me what movie it's from.
There's always gonna be a part of me that's sloppy and dirty, but I like that with all the other parts of myself. Can you say the same about yourself, fucker? Can you forgive? Are you any good at that?
I think it's. It's Jennifer Lawrence. I think it's Silver Linings Playbook. I think. She's yelling at Bradley Cooper.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sure.
Silver Linings Playbook. Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
All right. Should have saved that for the Philly show. Okay. 6-3. Katie and Bree. This question's to them. Question number 11. Shout out Merce and Chris from Medford, Massachusetts, and she gave me the. Well, I always forget this word. Phonetic. Because otherwise I probably would have said something wrong. In Step Brothers, when Brennan first sings to Dale, who does Dale say Brennan's voice is a combination of?
I have no idea. I haven't seen
Yeah, I
Step
have.
Brothers forever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like 2 random people that would be a combination of.
I have no idea.
I literally don't know.
I'm just gonna have to say no. Yeah.
15 seconds.
No
I have to-
answer.
I have to pass. I feel
Okay.
dumb passing. but I have
Fergie
to.
and Jesus.
Oh,
Final answer. Correct.
I did not know that, by the way. I just,
voice is like a combination of
Yeah.
I've seen Step Brothers so many times. It's crazy.
Okay.
But I've never seen. I was just talking about this. I've seen Step Brothers so many times, but I've never seen when he puts his balls on the drum set, because when I was younger and it first came out, my parents made me close my eyes for when that scene, because we watched it together for the first time and they knew it was coming. They were like, close your eyes. And then so since then, I have not seen it.
Or I guess like if you put it on, if it's on TV,
Right.
like,
And
they
like a
don't
lot of
show
times
it.
it's on TV.
Yeah.
And the amount of like,
But if I was to put it on right now, would you like look
I'd watch.
away?
No, I'd watch it now. Like I'm actually thinking about going back and watching it. Like
Just that
just
scene?
to see that moment.
no, it's just like
Will Ferrell ball scene.
when I was younger, like I always just looked away because and I wasn't even that young, but I understand my parents like being like,
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want to watch that with your parents. Like,
No.
your parents don't want to watch that either with
and
you.
and I remember we watched it like 5 times in like one weekend once. Like I don't know why we always watched Step Brothers, and it was always like, all right, close your eyes, it's coming up. So yeah, still
I
haven't
remember
seen
being like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. Like,
yeah,
they
they're
just showed
they're
balls on
obviously
it.
fake.
Well, yeah, they're fake, or I just was like, they're not his.
Yeah. Right. All right, sorry for the ball talk. I just had to get that confession out there. I was actually just talking about this last weekend to Marty's parents.
About this.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like, I've never
seen the scene.
I always cover my eyes.
The scene.
Okay. 6-4, Katie and Bree. This is question number 12 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. Which Avenger had their individual movie first?
Is this to us?
Yeah.
Iron Man. I'm sorry, I'm just impressed that I even know that.
Yeah, Iron Man was the first
Iron Man.
one to come out.
If I know it's Iron Man, then,
then it's got to be Iron Man. Iron Man.
And if it's
final
not, I'm
answer.
going to be really upset.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know anything about the Avengers, but I saw the first Iron Man.
was like the first Marvel
Yeah.
movie to come out.
I saw
like,
the
of that
first
era.
Iron Man in theaters, and then I saw Avengers Endgame in theaters, and I have not seen any.
Big gap in between those bad
I
boys.
haven't seen any of the other
Honestly,
ones.
same. I don't know if I've seen any other Avenger
Is,
movies outside of those.
You're missing out.
No, I've seen them, but just not. Like, I went to see Iron Man. I went to see Avengers, I think.
What universe is Doctor Strange a part of?
It's Marvel.
Fucking hated that
Oh,
movie.
no, really? I
I've
like that
seen
movie.
part. Sorry, that was really passionate for me.
I didn't really like
But
the first
I
Doctor Strange
saw
movie.
the first Doctor Strange halfway. I was like, I hate this.
You know
so
what? When
much.
I'm
Multiverse
never,
of Madness, I liked that.
I'm never interested in. Like, I have no desire. Thor. I'm like, that does nothing for me.
Okay, I mean, you're lost.
Although I will say in the Avengers, I'm like, this guy's funny. Like, I like
Ragnarok is a fantastic movie.
it. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to watch a whole Thor movie.
Iron Man is like really
That's,
funny.
You know, it's very unreasonable.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I've watched the first one.
No,
The great
I haven't seen
soundtrack.
that. I think that Iron Man is like actually funny.
Iron Man is just
great.
like a solid movie. Like,
Yeah.
okay, 6.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so you're,
guys.
you're judging. What are you judging Thor based off of?
He's not interested.
I'm just
I
not
know,
interested.
but to like
There-
say it's like
no, there is some
Ragnarok is a critically acclaimed movie.
there is some element of like, it's like Batman and Iron Man where I'm like, all right, like somewhat realistic. Like, these are normal guys, and then they like have all these
What?
technological advancements. But like Thor, it's like a god. Like, I don't
They're
know.
all superheroes.
Yeah, but
it's not exactly realistic.
Robert Downey Jr. is just a
Superman-
normal guy. He has no superpowers.
Superman is from another planet.
I didn't say I like Superman.
All right, I'm not arguing with you about this. Next question.
I've always been Batman over Superman
yeah.
because I'm like, all right, he's just a normal guy. Okay, 6'5".
Weird take on superheroes.
I feel like though, like he didn't say he thinks Thor is bad. He's just not.
No, I'm
No,
just
it's just
saying,
like
like,
he
it's
can't
hard-
buy into superheroes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't either though,
Yeah.
because that's why sometimes I'm not interested in those things. Is because I'm like, you know,
And
it's like way too fake
Also,
for
I'm
me.
just like, no one can beat
We
you.
just
You're
did a whole
God.
rewatch series on werewolves and vampires.
and
I would have
and
called them superheroes though.
no, they're not superheroes,
That's what I'm saying.
obviously. But you're saying that
But I'm not-
vampires is more believable?
I was never saying like this is believable. Like Twilight's ridiculous. But
All right, next question.
6'5", Bree and Katie, and this is question number 13 to them. Shout out our good pal CL from Tom's River,
Nice.
New Jersey. What is the book called that Belly's mom, Laurel, wrote about Susanna in The Summer I Turned Pretty?
I have no idea. I didn't watch.
I
It's
don't
on my-
watch either.
Oh. Okay, no guess. I have to pass.
Okay, Doreen Fran.
Pass.
Unsure. From over here.
I mean, it's after she
No, that's not-
dies.
I thought that was your guess.
I don't know. Life without you. That's not it. I just made that up.
10 seconds.
Life without
Missing
you.
you.
Final answer.
Incorrect. Is it not the name of the book that you read? There is a book in real life, right?
Yeah.
Is it not the name of that book?
What's it called? The
It's
Summer
not
I Left You?
It's not Summer Without You.
It's not Summer Without You. Might be.
I don't know. I just assumed that
I just like The Summer I Turned Pretty. I read them all and in my head I just call them The Summer I Turned Pretty 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good title.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which one would that be, I guess, right?
The second one.
The second one? Summer I Turned Pretty Books.
Did you guys watch that show?
No.
No.
It's on my list. I keep meaning to. It would have been great if
always
I
have
watched it.
Summer.
It's so similar
Is
to
the
Twilight
third one?
when you think about it.
What?
Oh yeah, it is. That is.
Without the vampire
Fair.
werewolves. Yeah.
Just like
It's
this
not.
girl.
It is the second book title. It's not Summer Without You.
Yeah.
All right, that was a miss.
And
Just
like I
like the
said, in my
main-
head, like that's how I do the To All the Boys I Loved Before. It's like they all have different names, but in my head it's just like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But Twilight and Summer I Turned Pretty, it's like the main girl is like between these two guys. It's kind of she's causing all the
mean,
problems.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
Tales Old as Time, a little love triangle.
It's like every
And
show
quite
ever.
literally everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, still 6-5, Katie and Bree. And this question is to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Lisa from
Come
Hoboken
on,
again.
give me something good.
In Friends,
Oh.
Ross is allergic to what fruit?
Fuck. Apples, pears.
It can't be pears. Pears was an answer last week. Tomatoes? Is it like a trick? Apples? I'm just gonna bananas?
Oh.
15 seconds.
Raspberries, blueberries, strawberries.
Let's just go
Orange.
apples. Let's just go apples.
Apples? Okay.
Apples.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Katie and Bree.
I have no
I
idea.
feel
I
like
don't
it's,
know.
I don't know, but I feel like it's something dumb.
I feel like it's like guava.
Yeah, like a random weird because it's Ross and he's annoying.
Yeah, I feel like he would say that word weird too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling guava, but I
Okay.
have nothing to base that on.
Okay, I support you. Let's do it.
Okay, guava.
Incorrect. Kiwi.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
I just said,
Fran
I
just
just
turned
looked
to
at
me
her
and
and
said,
whispered. I said, is it kiwi? Fuck.
Let's
As soon as they said like something like not
I love
normal.
I love kiwis though. I eat kiwis
I
more
love
than
kiwi and I never have it.
Oh, I eat kiwi more than the average person.
If we had like 5 more seconds, I would have thrown kiwi out in my list of naming fruits.
If you polled people and studied them to find out how much they eat kiwi, I'd be closer to the top than you think. I eat kiwi
I
pretty
think
often.
I have kiwi maybe once a year.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
physically myself cut a kiwi.
Like if kiwi's in a assorted fruit bowl, you know?
yeah,
I
I'm
never
not cutting
seek
it
out
myself,
kiwi.
but like
Like you don't buy kiwis.
if I get an acai bowl, I put
Yeah.
kiwi on it.
Mm.
Yeah, but you're not going to the supermarket and buying kiwis.
My mom used to.
That's what my mom used to, but now I just don't.
Put me at the top of the charts for kiwi lover.
Shit, kiwis, fuck.
All right.
Damn.
Number 1 kiwi fan.
We lose.
No, it's 6-5.
Oh, it's 6-5?
This is the last
Oh,
question.
last
so.
question.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So this is to Katie and Bree. If they get it right, they win. If not, Rhea and Fran have a chance to send it to overtime.
Okay.
Shout out Sammy and Jordan from Champlain,
Don't let me down.
Champlain, Minnesota.
Don't let me down, Sam.
Come on, give me an entourage question. All right.
What TV show did Tom Sandoval appear in during a model casting call before starring in Vanderpump Rules?
Don't audibly make a noise. They may
No,
not
no,
know it.
I don't know it is what I was.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You have to just guess something.
Can you repeat the question?
What TV show did Tom Sandoval appear in during a model casting call before starring in Vanderpump Rules? 10 seconds.
Is it like a reality show?
Probably.
5 seconds.
Hills or something? I don't know.
It's just maybe just like America's Next
Time is
Top
up.
Model.
Okay, go ahead.
America's Next Top Model.
Incorrect.
It's the hills.
It is the Hills.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
When you
God,
said the
what a
hills and you
turn.
changed, I was like, yes!
What a twist.
No!
I wasn't confident though, so it's fine.
Oh my
When
God, I
she-
had no
when
idea.
She said the hills, and then in my head I said, no, don't go with that.
You kept your cool.
No!
I did.
I didn't like feel any.
Yeah, because then she went America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
And I said, say it. Say America's Next Top
No.
Model.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Overtime.
Sorry, I got a little
Wow.
too excited for overtime. I'm having fun.
Okay, OT baby. So
This is
every time we do overtime, we're a little fuzzy on the overtime rules, but
We haven't done overtime in a while.
We haven't done overtime in a while. 3 questions. You guys started the regular round, so we start overtime. And 3 questions. If it's still tied, we do a like shootout.
Yep.
It's like if you get it wrong, the other team has to get it right, kind of vibe.
Okay.
I think that made sense. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll
Yeah,
go along.
we'll go
and-
follow along. All right, Noah.
Okay. So the first overtime question are we
It's to us.
to us? To you.
Just want to be part of the team.
Okay. Question number 1. Shout out Kate from Indianapolis.
Come on.
Come on, Kate.
Entourage.
Who played the fairy godmother in Roger and Hammerstein's 1997 Cinderella?
Whitney Houston. Final answer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
I fucking
boom.
love that Cinderella. That's my
Boom,
one of my
boom, boom.
favorites.
Okay. 1-0
Brandy.
in
Mm-hmm.
overtime. This question is to Bree and KD. Shout out Kate from Woodside, California. What sport do they play on Zoe 101 to get out of gym?
Let's get out of gym. The one I know. Remember the one where they play like the people from the juvenile detention center or something? That's called disc golf, and that's the only one that I can name of a sport in Zoe 101 that I can think of.
15 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's disc golf.
Okay, let's go disc golf. Final answer.
Correct.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. Tied up at 1. Question number 3 of overtime to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Andrea from Buffalo. They say go Bills. What is the name of Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid's baby?
What? Kai.
Kai.
What a strange question. It's Kai.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct. Why is that such a weird question?
Because for a while they like kept the bait, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they kept it like very secretive. So it just feels like I don't know.
it's public
No,
now.
I know. I just for a second was like, you know, because
Yeah.
they just kept their very private for a little bit.
Gigi Hadid's gonna be like, did you hear that they said the name on Beat Rhea and Fran? The fuck?
She followed us
She did.
and then she unfollowed us, but whatever.
Okay.
Now, is that it?
The shootout.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
no,
That's
we
2-1.
Like it?
Oh wait,
Oh, yes.
You
I'm
know,
still confused about the rules.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like,
So-
do they get a chance
because
to like,
it's
match?
like that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I guess yes,
I thought
but I feel
they-
like
they
in
did.
past games we haven't done that
No, we haven't done that because it's an odd number.
because we always do odd numbers. So like in regular round, it's 15 questions, but if you go first, you get one more question. You know?
Right, and it's unfair that we got 2 questions and they only got 1 question, so they don't even, and they got their question right, so they don't even have a chance to answer another question.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bad way to do it then.
Yeah.
So,
So you guys should get another question.
Yeah.
okay. 2-1 in overtime. Rhea and Fran. This is question
You just
number-
have to match it. The whole
And-
thing should really just be a shootout.
Yeah,
right?
and then after that, it's shootout.
yeah.
Okay. So after this, if they get this right,
I
it's
mean,
a
this
shootout.
is true. This is how it is anyway. Is you have to match it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Question
I
number
don't think
4
I don't think we're making.
of overtime.
No, we are.
Shout out Kate from Massachusetts. During the Friends reunion, who did David Schwimmer reveal was his least favorite cast member? Castmate.
I don't know. I didn't watch.
I didn't watch either, but I don't know. I feel like we should just take a guess.
Matthew Perry, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
See
let's go Matthew Perry.
Why is Rhea laughing? Matthew Perry. Final answer.
Incorrect.
If you're just gonna pick one, you know.
It's the monkey.
Wow,
Oh
trick
my-
question, huh?
Yeah, it's the monkey.
Oh my god. Of
I
course.
forget, what's the monkey's name? Do we need the monkey's name? Fuck.
No, they got the question wrong
Oh, okay.
anyway, you know.
It's the monkey, but I just I didn't mean
What
to
is
laugh.
the monkey's name?
But the thought of like
Marcel.
of
Marcel.
yeah, Marcel.
Oh, so you know.
But the thought of it just being like
oh, so you
David
know Marcel.
David Schwimmer being up there
I know
like
Marcel.
yeah, I fucking hated Matthew Perry. It's just it was
know.
making
I
me
don't
laugh.
know.
No,
Yeah.
I know. For a second, I forgot too, and I was just like, that would be hilarious if they were just up
I'll
there.
be
like-
honest, I forgot that too. I was going through everybody. I was like, damn, would he say like one
Yeah.
of the ladies?
I think it like would have been like a joke.
Right.
Jokingly.
Where you're like, oh, then I love him. I loved him later.
Yeah, the first day I met him, I couldn't stand him.
Yeah. Well, he just hates that monkey.
Yeah, he said it was just too difficult to work with.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay, that is the win then.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was a close game,
That was
guys.
a high-scoring game.
That was
Yeah, a lot of points.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games in a while.
Same.
So thank
That
you
was a
guys for
great
playing.
Aw. Thanks,
We had fun.
guys.
Well, I had fun.
Yes, we had fun as well.
We had a blast.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much for playing. And when you get a chance, can you just send Noah your address and sizes, and we'll send you guys some merch.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye,
Awesome.
guys. So
Thank
nice
you guys.
meeting you.
I think.
Bye.
All right.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing, coming to our shows. Philly, make sure you get those signs ready for Time of the Signs. We love you guys, and we will talk to you not Friday, but on Monday.